Hey guys, no one is here. Welcome back to the exciting times. As you already know, the Shiba Eternity has started rolling out across the world and came out in Australia yesterday, and very soon it's gonna be rolling out worldwide. Today I have a quest to play as Ryo Chi Shiba Inu 3 times, so we're gonna do that deck now. Since we haven't seen this discipline yet, it's a good opportunity to create a deck. I already have a Ryo Chi Shiba Inu, so I'll just clear the old deck which came from the past version of the game, because mini cards have been updated or added, and we'll try making a new one. As always, I like to start with trade cards. They depend on the traits that your Shiba Inu has. So a lot of them look new and interesting. When making a deck, I'm trying to make it well balanced, so we have a different range of energy in the cards, so we can have cards which can be played in the early game, and also heavy hitting or defending cards is useful for the end of the game, because during the game the energy which is given increases by 1 energy per turn, so we end up with 10 energies given every turn closer to the end of the game. Generally, I'm trying to have a good balance of spell cards and warrior cards. As a general rule, I'm not sure exact percentage, but probably around 10 spell cards and 20 warrior cards, but it will depend on the cards and traits that you have. So in case you have a great spell card, it's better to use it than substituting for a poor warrior card, and vice versa. So we have already put the magnifying hit ray. It deals 2 damage to an enemy fighter and then deal 1 extra damage at the end of your turn, which basically means 3 damage for 1 energy, which is fantastic. Now another card is Late April. We can try using. It gives +2 attack at the start of your next turn to a friendly fighter. We're gonna try it out. Generally, I'm using the Ryo Chi Deck, which comes after you have reached level 50 of the game, so I'm not too familiar with the other decks. That's why I'm learning as well as we go. Now the Librarian looks fun. For 3 energy it has 4 stamina and 1 attack, and also it has ability to purify a fighter, which can be very powerful. When you purify a fighter, you remove all of its special abilities, so in case it was a guardian, it will no longer be a guardian, or if it had a certain ability, it will stop doing it. For example, it's very nice disabling a nuke card with a purify attack, as you can use much less energy and destroy the opponent's card, which cost much more. Now Ryoshi's katanas are one of my favorites. They deal 3 damage to an enemy fighter and also an extra 1 damage to adjacent enemy fighters. The Wolflane looks fun. For 3 energy it also has 4 stamina and 2 attack, and gives 2 armor to our Shiba Inu. The Jokes on You also seems to be quite powerful. It destroys an enemy fighter for 4 energy, in case they have a fighter which is worth 8 or 9 energy. It can be really beneficial for you. I also usually use Our Last Hope. And as you can see, we are already at 13 cards, but some of them actually are warrior cards as well, so it's good. We can try as soon as well, just to have even number. And we proceed to the discipline cards now. Young Disciple looks quite good. It costs 1 energy, it has 1 of each stamina and attack, and it also has a block. So any first attack which will fall on it will be cancelled out. And as you can see, the regular cards and the foil cards, they're basically the same. They just have a little different look, which is much cooler. But basically the functionality is the same. So when you have them, it doesn't give you any real advantage in the game, except the cool factor, which can be quite intimidating when you meet someone with a lot of foil cards. So I guess it does give some advantage. Let's try the Southpaw Protector. Now we still 12 cards to go, and as you can see, we have a lot of low energy cards. In the top right corner there is a graph which shows the energy consumption of the cards, so we may have to make sure it's quite balanced, so we have strong cards for the end of the game, but also quite a few choices for the beginning of the game. Let's try the Kingmaker. It gives any adjacent guardian a fighter's guardian, which would make the opponent attack them first. Now we have 10 cards to go. Let's try the Merit Everside. Unwavering Protection summons 3 guards for 5 energy, which would take the opponent a while to clear, unless they have an area of effect cards. Now I like this Tough Tier Monk. It seems to be quite new, well, I haven't seen it before. It has a redirect and a guardian in one. Now Divine Resolution is a very powerful one. It gives all friendly fighters block and 4 stamina. For 6 energy if you have a large number of warriors, you can make them really strong. Now we have just 3 cards left, so we have to choose wisely. Now Short Claw Giant has 8 stamina and 8 attack, which is quite good, but also costs 7 energy. And for the last 2 cards we can take 1 of each, Jade Baron Amadeus and Shield Brother, just to try them out and see which ones we like more and which ones make more sense. And now we can try them out. And we play. Now we are going second. Basically when you are going second and you have several cards of the same type, I usually pick one and then pick the rest. So we don't have a double card. Having a variety of cards is a greater advantage than having one of the same cards. Now since we have no card to play, we can use the Butler service and then give us 1 extra card and consumes 1 energy. And this turn, instead of 2 energy, we have 1 energy, which we have to keep in mind. That's why I don't like particularly this spell. Now magnifying glass should take care of it. It will still attack us, but after that it will die. Okay, at the end of our turn it died. Even without attacking us. Maybe I didn't read the description properly. Now this is the one with the block. We don't want to use the battle service too much either, because when we have a lot of cards on hand, they will be just dropped out because we cannot have more than the limit. So we shouldn't abuse this power either. Now is a good time to use our last hope. Because it kills any adjacent fighters. But now we have no adjacent fighters, so we can use it safely and attack this warrior. Now this warrior has a redirect. You see a small arrow on top of the card picture. It means that any damage which we deal with it for the first attack will be returned to us. So if we were to attack it now, it would kill our card straight away without suffering any damage. So what we need to do is to have a small card or a small attack which would break the redirect first, and then we would finish it off. Or we can purify the fighter with the target, this one. And now you see it lost the redirect and the guardian stance, and now we can attack it without any problems. Still, I don't want to do it because I would have to attack with my strongest card. I would rather attack the Shiba with it and let it attack me. Yes, as expected, you see it attacked me. In the end, we lost both cards anyway, but opponent's Shiba got extra 4 damage in the process, which it wouldn't have if I destroyed the card directly. Now we can break the shield. Because we have a shield as well. We can break the shield safely without dying. And now that they're both gone, we can attack with the librarian, suffer just 1 damage and still be alive. And we can add a couple of cards to the deck. Now we can either destroy an enemy fighter using the jokes on you. Actually, we can destroy 2 of those because we have 2 of those cards. Or we can just add more cards to the deck, which I think I'll try. And we cannot keep attacking the enemy Shiba. I didn't want to use a joke on you too early, exactly for that reason. You see now he's used, and I believe it's an 8 energy card on the right. Now again we have a choice, we can either give our fighters a block and for stamina right now, or we can destroy the strong card. I think we'll go for the first option. We have 5 cards, now we add 4 stamina. Okay. I didn't calculate correctly, but we still have bark token, which gives 1 energy, and we are back to 6. So when you're playing cards, you have to pay particular attention to how much energy it costs. And look at that, beautiful sight. Now we can just attack the Shiba without losing any shield. And it's looking very nice. Now we use the joke on you to get rid of the nasty card. 1 and 2. And we use the magnifying glass to get rid of the last one. And we have, okay, now at the end of the turn it will deal 1 more damage. And we have a very strong defending deck, which will destroy the enemy Shiba very soon. Basically this deck is built on making very strong defense, while as you can see the offense attack is very low, but because you can get very powerful defending, you just wear the opponent down, so it's more suitable for longer fights. But it's also a good way to win. As they say, slow and steady wins the race. I wouldn't want to be in my opponent's shoes right now, having such a deck played against him, and he killed himself. And that was the Ryo Chi deck. So far I didn't have any issues or complaints about this deck, but to know for sure how well it works, it's best to go into the unranked mode or ranked mode if you feel prepared for it. With this, I'd like to thank you for watching and wish you goodbye, and next time we have another quest for the Wolf-chan deck, which we will be building the Vaultster. Have a great day, bye bye.